there was a little fire on the end of the spout, and I knew I was in trouble.
That's the moment that changed Charlie Dressel's life forever. A gas can he was carrying caught on fire and exploded.
And it saturated my clothes with fuel, and I couldn't put it out. And skin started coming off in my hands.
Charlie managed to call 911, but he was certain he was going to die. In fact, he said, he tried to prepare himself for death.
And I come out of body in a white aura, and I turned around and there was a fog behind me. And a finger come out and poked me and said, "You're not ready yet." And I went back in my body, and about that time the fireman come and drug me outside.
Charlie's wife, Sherry, who heard about the accident through a family friend, is glad that she did the one thing she always does before she leaves the house in the morning.
Every morning when I leave for work, we kiss goodbye and we tell each other we love each other. And I just recommend that for anybody that has a loved one, because you just don't know how fast it can change.
Charlie was then flown to the Via Christi Regional Burn Center in Wichita for care.
They treated me really well, going out of their way to be kind. You know, we've made friends for life.
I couldn't have got through it without them.
You know.
I really couldn't have. I mean, the nurses would, if I was in the waiting room during shift change, they would come out to the waiting room to tell me good night and wish me a good night's sleep. After the last surgery, Dr. Jost told me that he didn't know that Charlie would survive. And I went back to his room and he was still in recovery, and I just started walking in circles crying, trying to imagine life without him. And one of the nurses that had not been our nurse walked by and saw me and asked if I was okay, and I just said no. Well, she went and got our nurse for that day, Emily, and Emily got Kurt, the social worker, and they came in there and they talked to me and they held me and they calmed me down. We couldn't have done it without them. I mean, they're all like that.
Good to see you all.
It
never gets said.
Hi, I need to have a hug.
But before Charlie left for rehab, the Drussels went to visit the burn center nurses who had been the true difference makers in their care and recovery one more time.
The staff is phenomenal here in the burn center. Many of these nurses today came in on their day off to be here to celebrate this. So they all do a great job. We have a great team here. There's not just one that I can single out because all of them are great nurses.
Just warmed my heart to know there's so many people out there that care. And for me to be at this point so soon after having gone through that near-death experience, it's just phenomenal.